Holding on, Jackies. You better believe I'm holding on, Queen Jackies. Holding on. You better believe I'm holding on. Holding on. You better believe I'm holding on. Holding on. You better believe I'm holding on. Holding on. This is Queen Jack Music. I hope you love it. Make sure you check me out on SoundCloud. Welcome back. Listen. Look, happy Wednesday, or what they call hump day. What's going on, boys? Talk to me.
Man, I'm loving his hair. I really love that hair on you.
Look,
I was just been thinking about just shaving, shaving off one side and give me like a little swoop, hair little thing going in the front. I don't know. It's too hot. It's gonna be a hot summer.
It's gonna be hot. Oh. It's gonna be so hot till we're gonna forget that Houston was ever that hot. It's gonna be so hot till people gonna be tempted to come outside butt naked. I'm just saying, it's gonna be hot.
But they already doing that right now.
It's gonna be so hot. Some people gonna get saved this summer. They gonna get saved because they don't want to go to hell. All I'm saying. Oh my God, it's gonna be that hot. Glory, it's gonna be that hot. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say about it.
I don't know. Texas is kind of weird. One moment it be high. You been outside this morning?
No.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside.
It's cool.
I tell people all the time, I say, when you leave the house, take you some rain boots, take you a sweater, take you a sundress. All of this before you leave the house. Did you see how it rained yesterday for like 2 minutes out of nowhere?
I'm done. You know what? Texas is so funny. Texas is, I call it this the bipolar state. Like, it's so moody.
That's what I say the same thing.
This is a moody state. Girl, we're gonna get it together one day.
One day. But Texas moody because Texas is moody. Well, really, the United States is moody. We got the most attitude. Texas has the most attitude because we wishy-washy. We don't know what we want to do. We don't know what we want to agree with. That's how Texas is. Now, I want to talk about. I want to do some would you rather questions. We didn't do it last week. But did you have a would you rather question before I get started?
Yes. My would you rather is, would you rather, if someone offered you, let's just say $30,000, okay? Mm-hmm. Would you rather take your family on a vacation, or would you rather take that money and invest into your business, or even start a new venture?
I'll take invest for 100, Alex.
Invest. I'll take invest. Why would you take that $30,000 and invest it in your business? You gotta tell the world why.
That's too much. Look, okay, I would invest in my business because if I invest in my business, I can go on plenty of vacations in a minute. But in the time I'm in my life right now, because I just did some investing. That's what's so funny about this question. I just bought my sublimation printer. Mm-hmm. I just bought my what is it, resin, epoxy resin so I can make jewelry, so I can make, you know, I'm just in that season where I'm investing in myself. I help a lot of
Right.
people get their stuff together, you know, give money to my kids. So start tallying all that stuff up. And I can use that money that I give to people to invest in myself, right?
Right.
Because I'll have bits and pieces of my business. You know, I have maybe a printer, right? No shirts. You know how they say you got to cook. You got Kool-Aid, no sugar. That's how my business stuff be, you know, like I'll get something major for the business, but I don't have the
Right.
paper, you know. I so it'll be, I said in this season that I would get complete sets of everything so I could really get my businesses off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the investing mode right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would invest. I would invest too, mainly because I just feel like why not? Like why not invest in something that can give you a greater return? Like you can always take a vacation after
Yeah.
you get, you know what I'm saying, money flowing in whatever you invested in. Your kids gonna grow up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna grow up. They're not gonna remember the vacation. The vacations you give them while they're young. So I just think that it would be best for you to invest in that. Invest in your business. Like I
And
mean
look,
that's how I see it. I think vacations are a liability when you don't have nothing going. Like people go on vacation broke.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say that.
I
You
ain't going
spend
on
your look,
vacation broke.
you ever heard somebody say, I spent my last, right?
Oh no.
Go
See,
on
I ain't
that
doing
vacation.
that.
I'd rather have it to where I got overflow and I'm on a vacation, not worried about, am I gonna have the money for my car note? Am I gonna have the money for my rent? Am I gonna have I mean on my mortgage? I'd rather be comfortable while I'm on the trip because I don't know how you can enjoy the trip when you just spent you done spent your rent, your light, you done spent all your stuff just to go on a vacation. I'm not doing it. No,
It's scary. I just
it
think that
is.
we as a community we gotta get our priorities straight. We gotta get our
Yeah,
priorities straight.
get educate what is it?
Financial education.
Financially literate. Yeah,
Yeah.
financially literate. You know,
Yeah.
knowing what your credit score is, knowing how to increase it, knowing how to, because I'm gonna tell you something. I was one of the people that was not getting a credit card. In
Mm-hmm.
my head when I was young, I was like, if I don't get a credit card, it won't ruin my credit. My
Yeah.
daddy kept telling me, get a credit card, get a credit card. I was like, I'm not getting a credit card. And I'm gonna throw this out there for people that don't like, you know you're not gonna pay it. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, I ain't gonna mess with
Anyway.
you. But in my head, Glory, I was like, I am not getting a credit card. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? My
Right.
credit is gonna be fine. Got
Right.
older, right? Needed to use my credit and found out that I had no credit, right? But it's because people didn't sit down and tell me what credit was. You think if
Mm-hmm.
you listen to the word credit, right, that you would understand that you have to have some type of working credit with a credit line with somebody. You know,
Right.
somebody let you borrow their money, right? And you pay it back. But a lot of times we hear credit card, we just, oh, I ain't getting, no, not doing it. But it's many ways to use, when you use that credit card, pay the money back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
my brother is doing he's educating people on how to um, add people to your credit card. They don't have to use your credit card, but you add them and it builds their credit too. So it's
Mm-hmm.
different ways, what is it, prepaid credit cards, stuff like that. There's different ways you can build your credit. But you got a lot of people that's so scared, like me. Oh Lord. Don't I was scared of them credit cards, girl, because I was hearing about people maxing out credit cards. in credit card debt, all kinds of stuff. And I told myself, I said, I'm not doing it.
If you got bad spending habits, you don't need a credit card.
Oh my God.
If you got, and that was me, I was, man, look, I would spend some money. I don't need a credit card because I'll max it out the second day I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking for something to spend money on, which is something I have worked on over the years because I was like just spending money. But I would prefer if you're the type of person who like to spend money, you don't need a credit card unless you have the habit of paying stuff back. You know.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend it with people who aren't mature with credit. Like if you're not knowledgeable about it, don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, gotta turn my volume down. Yeah, cause I'm telling you, that's the main reason why. Keep talking, Gloria. I got an issue with it. Well,
we're gonna get it together today, huh? We're gonna get it together today.
The devil is a lie.
Would you rather?
Okay, you know
what show would you rather?
What?
What show would you rather? I didn't even. What's yours?
Oh, I would rather invest. Oh,
no.
Hold on, girl. That. Let me get my would you rather. Hold on. Let me get it. Oh, okay. With my crazy self, girl, I'm crying. I'm throwed off. The phone done throw me off. Okay. Would you rather go back and marry your high school sweetheart, right? Or wait, have you seen your high school sweetheart today? Because I seen mine, and I wouldn't. Let me move on. Would you rather marry your high school sweetheart, right, or get a do-over of your whole high school experience? Which one would you rather date and marry your high school sweetheart, or would you rather just redo your whole high school experience? Which one?
I would rather redo my whole high school experience. I would rather you just throw the whole high school experience in the trash and get a new one. Let's just get a new one. Because baby, mine was terrible. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun that I regret.
Yeah.
I dated who I regret. I'm not saying that I wish I would have made better choices when I was in high school. Let's just say that. But I could not marry my high school sweetheart. We could date, but we couldn't marry each other. Especially when, I guess now I could say that because of the knowledge that I have now about, how I want my life to be set up, or, how I live my life. So I knew that I couldn't marry my high school sweetheart based on what I know now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Listen, I would not. I already know my high school sweetheart. No, sir. I'm not ever. No, I'm good. Went back and dated him when we were grown, and Jesus be a fence all around me every day, right? So I would I would throw the whole high school experience away. I'm with you, Glory. Let me tell you about my high school. Listen, my high school experience, my mother, the Jesus lady, we couldn't wear pants. We couldn't wear earrings. We were in a church where they restricted everything. You listen, you couldn't wear this sleeve right here. I was going to hell. Going to hell. I'm
no, man.
I was chest out right here. All of this right here, baby. I was going to hell. listen. So if I could do my whole experience over, um, I would. I would. But I would ask my mother, could I go live with her, my auntie? And I
Yeah.
promise you, I'd have a better house. But I'd rather go through all of that than be, no, I'm not gonna do, no.
You
No, the
say,
devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. Ain't it funny how when we were in high school, we would, I mean, it's, listen, let me tell y'all something. I had a couple of crushes in high school because I was like, oh, he fine. Oh, he fine. I see him now, and I be like, Jesus be offense. The Lord was protecting us even when we were young. He was protecting. He said, now you don't know that he ain't gonna be right when you get older. You ain't you, so I'm gonna protect.
it's going there.
So I'm gonna keep you right now. Now I'm gonna, now,
Baby.
let's be real. Some of the stuff we didn't get protected from in high school. Let's be real. Some of that stuff we went through it. I listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. People, people always talked about me and bullied me in school. I was not with the popular people. So they was always talking about me or whatever. But it's all good. It's all good. I was grown now. Really.
Right. Right.
Now now that brings me to this bullying stuff that's
Yeah.
happening. It's back on. Look, school is back on track again. This bullying stuff. This and I saw this news report. I don't know if we talked about it, but they were the white kids at school were auctioning off their black classmates. They were holding a slavery auction.
Is
And
this a project? Or
no man,
it's
no man, they was doing it for real. They was doing it
what?
for real. It was on the news. They had the kids in the school had set up a slavery auction. They had put flyers out all across the city. I think it was Laredo, uh, Alito, or something like that, Texas. And they were passing out flyers, talking about they're gonna have a slave auction. Yeah,
You can't be serious.
this is a heart attack. I posted it
Wait
on
a
my
minute.
Facebook page.
Wait a minute. We went back in slavery in high school?
In
Hold
high
on.
school.
Okay, so you mean to tell me these high school, these were some white kids, huh?
Yeah, the white kids were auctioning off their black friends. Hey, hey, yeah, they were auctioning off their black classmates. Yeah, so they had a whole big old meeting, with the school and all of this stuff. But my thing is, why? What's going on around these children that make them think that this is okay? And then they passed out flyers like this is okay in the little town.
I'm trying to still put my mind around, okay, when
Yes, ma'am.
when I go to an auction, I'm getting what I'm paying for what I'm getting. So this auction, these people was paying for these black friends. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah, they were let me, girl, they were auctioning them off. That's what I'm telling you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And the parents was in tears at the meeting, a young black boy stood up and talked about the whole situation and how the bullying and all of this stuff. And I was like amazed because how could this go on in the way as public as it was? That and the school didn't know about it. No teachers knew about it. No, but they said they set the group up on Snapchat. They set the group up on Snapchat, and they were in the group putting prices on their classmates.
What?
Yep.
White kids.
But you know, in Texas and some of these little country towns, people are
racist.
still racist.
They
you
are
know,
very.
you know, even in my hometown when I lived out there some years ago, I was working at a nursing home, and the older white elderly white women that were in there, they were so racist. Yeah, pick that up. Yeah, clean it. Clean my. You forgot to clean my. You know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's why you need to invest that $30,000 in your business, so you ain't gotta go work for these.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna boss you around. You gonna do what they tell you to do. You gonna get up.
Exactly.
But back to the school.
Talk back.
So so did they find out who was behind the auction?
Well, I didn't get to see the rest of it, but because they were just doing the meetings and stuff about it. But I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm not pretty sure. I don't know what they did. I might have to do a follow up on the story, but I was just floored at the fact that, you know, it had gotten that far to where they could send out a flyer in the town. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that right got me. I was like, what's going on here? Can you hear me?
That's scary. Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay.
That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary.
That's scary.
Oh my God.
That is. You wouldn't expect this to still be going on. Like, that's just so uncomfortable to live somewhere where a group of high school students are planning to auction off friends. Like, that mean, like, were you really I'm gonna buy this friend because I want to buy this friend. Black friend. I could see if we was auctioning off, friends just in general. But we're talking about black friends. And
well, it just show you, look, what we talk about roots. It just show you what was going on in that town anyway. You know, it's like, because that couldn't have just popped out the sky. You know, auctioning off your classmates. You know, come on, they couldn't have popped out the sky. Then they said with the group on, like I say, the group on Snapchat, they had prices, names. You know, they was auctioning them off, and you had people say, okay, I got this up for this one and all this kind of stuff in the Snapchat, and I'm like, what? And one of the students, I think they told a parent or something like that, and that's how the school found out or whatever. But I'm like, man, you think this stuff is dead? You think that millennials are past this kind of stuff? But this hatred is still being taught. This injustice is still being taught. You know, but we, like they say, you know, we want to walk around with our eyes closed. You know, and we want to treat our children. That's one thing I did want to talk about. How we treat our children like they don't have no issues. You know, we got to understand that our children are facing a whole lot of stuff. We sitting at home or we at a job, right? They are going to school with so many different personalities, households, beliefs, you know, and this is what they are facing. You see what I'm saying? You're dealing with people that's talking about them, bullying them, you know, or rejecting them in some shape, form, or fashion. You even got teachers that's beating on the kids. I just saw a video where a teacher was just punching this kid, you know, in the class. And I was like, whoa, these children, especially our teenagers, well, let me not say especially our teenagers, all of them. Because even in elementary, you got some teachers that put their hands on your children. Your children will be too scared to tell you what's going on in the classroom. Okay? So it's like we have to be more patient and more aware of what our children are going through. Not just dealing, because we talked about the cell phones last week. but just dealing with what they are going through. You know, are they body positive, and are they, when they look at themselves, how do they feel about themselves? We have to get involved with them, and because it's a lot of parents. I was in the store yesterday, and I heard a lady cussing a little toddler out, right? Get over here, you know, get your ass over here, all kinds of stuff. And I was saying to myself, when that child grows up, that child's going to repeat the same language. You know, they think that is the norm, you know, even, you know, so I'm like, what are we going to do to save our future generations? These are the leaders of our tomorrow. So what are we going to do to save this next generation or to usher them in, you know, to leadership? You got so many dysfunctions. Like I said, the auction itself, that lets you know they are putting a price of value on Black. You see what I'm saying? They are doing that. It's happening. It's happening. So what are we gonna do?
Don't be surprised. They do that at job. There's companies that are owned by racial, you know, individuals who auction off. They fire you off. Like, we're gonna fire like this amount of Black people this month. There are companies that do that. Like, we can't have too many Black people. Even when you're going to go apply for a job or whatever, like you can have every quality to possess that position, but because of the skin of your color, they don't want you at the front desk. They want to, you know, your skin tone won't attract the customers they looking for. You know what I'm saying? So they need somebody who's white to do, and they don't even have to know the job. They just have the look. You know how many dumb let me not go there. You know how many dumb people that I have ran into that's in charge and don't know nothing what they doing, but because of the skin, they color their skin is like they have this position. I mean, like, it's sad. It is very sad. That's why I encourage a lot of my fellow family members, friends, like, look, teach your kids how to run their own business. Teach your kids how to, you know, build a bank. Teach your kids financial, because I promise you, it's gonna get worse. It's getting worse. It ain't gonna be, you know, hidden no more. It's being exposed for real. So if you, I mean, if you're not doing nothing, like, we can complain, we could keep talking about it. But okay, so what we gonna do? What type of actions do we have in place?
What we gonna do?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about?
And then we have to understand, even if we can't do something on a you know, sometimes we think we gotta have a big old audience for it or a big following for it. No. Listen, no, you don't. Do what you can do. You know, do what you can do. Look, if you got 2 people that's gonna run with you, hey, get them the t-shirt and let's go. You know, do
because Jesus only had 12.
Yeah. He didn't have no more. Look, the multitude followed him, right? But he only had 12, and then he only had 3 that was really, really, real close to it. So if you could shake off the whole, I gotta have a whole crowd with me, and get up and start putting your plan in motion. Like, for instance, you know, I love to deal with homeless, deal with toiletries, deal with all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I may ask people to help if they want to, but guess what? I can take $20, go to the dollar store and get me 20 things, you know? Then the next time, 20 more, 40, take 40 things, you know? And before you know it, I got a whole functioning pantry. I just want to encourage somebody that's out there saying, well, I'm waiting for this and I'm waiting for that. I didn't wait for me to get a DBA. I didn't wait for me to go and get a tax number and an EIN. No. If you want to help, if you want to do some things, just make yourself available. Start there. Open up your living room and let people sit down. If you want to do a support group, just say, come on over. I'm gonna do some hot wings. And let people sit around and talk about that issue. If you got something that you need to do, I always tell, stop waiting on somebody to give you the okay. The okay is that you had a dream, right? The okay is that you had a thought. The okay is that I have a vision. He say, write the vision, make the plan. So if he gave it to you, write it down. He said other people gonna come and run with it later, but you got to do your work, do your part. Oh, I want to do this. And you've been saying that for 5 years. Hey, it's time to, get in motion. Get in motion, put it in motion. It'll work.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I mean I have a book of stuff that I had I wrote this vision down probably 2 or 3 years ago, you know, for children. You know, I wanted like this big like recreation center for kids, all types of kids, you know, that can come together and learn things that they not learning in school. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a vision, and I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself in position to line myself up to get everything I need to get to birth that, because that's something I want to do, and I feel like it's gonna bring so much change in the community. Like I feel like it's gonna be nationwide. It's gonna be worldwide, because I feel like the qualities that I possess when it comes to children, it has to be shared. Somebody got to birth something out, you know what I'm saying, for it to flow, and it keeps flowing. You know, like I don't like the fact that these high school students are coming up with stupidness. Like, are they doing this for likes on social media, or they just really doing this just to, you know, to prove a point? Like, what's the agenda behind this auction with these kids?
Before I comment on that again, I want to say this to you, Glory. You'll find out that all you need to do is write up your vision, right? Type it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out that a lot of schools are waiting on you.
Yeah.
A lot of schools are waiting on you. I have a heart for people who are HIV positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote up all my stuff, typed it up, printed it out, and emailed it to different government entities, you know, or people who are dealing with people who are positive. And the response was overwhelming. See, when God gives you a vision or gives you a passion for something, the doors are already there. You know, the doors are already open, and the people are already waiting on you. Mm-hmm. That's why I tell people, I said, when you sitting on a vision, it's a lot of people that's suffering because you won't show up. Right. You know, it's a lot of people that are looking for you, right? But you won't show up. You know, you have to write it down. Then if it's the school-age children, go to the school. You see what I'm saying? Not just the schools. They got schools that young people are going to because they couldn't deal with regular school, right? Go to them. They need help. They need help. And if it's just an hour of your time, they'll take it. You know, they'll be like, let you can come on this day, you come on that day. So it's really I know the pandemic hit and a lot of people don't know what to do about. Listen, keep moving, show up, bring your information, let them know that you are available, let them know what you're going to provide. And I promise you, if you keep, like they said, keep being consistent with it, like after you write it, after you go to them again, show up at different things, you know. Sometimes I would show up at different programs. I would show up at different outings. You know, I would show up so they could get familiar with your face. Because sometimes they, in dealing with programming and helping people say that they into it, and then all of a sudden they disappear. So it's the consistency that a lot of schools are looking for. A lot of outreach programs, a lot of because it's a lot of nonprofits that would love to add your program. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So even those that are listening, if you got something going on, don't be scared. Be bold about what God has shown you to do, and walk into them schools, walk into them agencies, walk into, you know, like I deal with the AIDS Foundation and all kinds of stuff. I walk in there. Look, and handle my stuff. You need me, call me. Somebody needs something, call me. You see what I'm saying? I'll show up again. So, just encouraging word to encourage you. Somebody waiting for that program. Because I know with the rec center, when you get to going with it, I want to be a part of it because I want a rec center too. So I think that I grew up with rec centers, and it was a big help.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I was in Dallas.
Absolutely.
Anyway. So just want to encourage your spirit. We are in a time and a season where anything that you want to do, anything you can dream, the doors are open for it right now. They're open. So it's like write it. I can't say that enough. Write it. Stop waiting for people. And I want to send this shout out to folks or this little thing. Stop. A lot of people think because they helped you get somewhere that you need to always be glorifying them. You helped somebody get to where they are because God wanted you to do that. He wanted to bless your life. Stop stop being jealous of the progress that a person makes after you have dedicated your little bit. Because what you gave to that person was a little bit. God gave them the rest of it. And I see so many people angry. Oh, I was there when she started and she ain't said nothing about me. Listen, we are helpers one to another. When you sow that seed of help into somebody's life, guess what? When you need help, God gonna bring that back to you.
Absolutely.
But you got to get your attitude out the way and stop acting like everything is about you. You want God's glory? I don't know why. Glory. They want God's glory. They can't have it. You get what I'm saying? When glory call on me and say, Pastor Jay, I need you to do something. Guess what I'm going to do? Okay, what you need? Why? Because when you sow them seeds, when you get to sowing seeds, guess what? You reap a harvest. You reap a harvest. But if you haven't sowed anything into the ground, why do you think you got something coming? If you ain't sold nothing, why do you think you got something coming? And why do you feel so entitled?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna help somebody out there.
Yeah.
This is the time in the season where the ground is good, fertile ground. It's time to sow seeds. It's time to sow them. And I promise you, that return is about to come. I don't know why I keep hearing there's a return on your investment. It's about to be a great return. Some people thought the return was the stimulus check. The return is this. No, or the loan. Oh, the return is the loan. God bless with the No, the return is going to be so much greater than a loan. I'm trying to help somebody. Because why have a business if you have no customers? Come on. So the ground right now, somebody is listening. The ground right now is so fertile, right? Look, when the harvest come in, oh my God, what he told Abraham, he said, when you get out of when you leave your daddy's house and get away from all of that familiar stuff, he said, I'm going to bless you. He said, I'm going to bless you so cold-blooded. He said, you're going to have to give it to somebody. He said, I'm going to bless you so much that if somebody say something about you negative, I'm going to curse you. Look, in other words, I'm going to protect you from your adversaries and your enemies. But we keep sitting on what God has told us to do because we're scared. We don't think we can do it. We looking at other people. We watching them. Get your eyes off of other people and their success. Bless God for them being successful. Hallelujah. And keep moving in your own vision. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get distracted, jealous, bitter, and then your growth is stunted. You ain't doing nothing. Yep. Am I helping somebody that I want to help somebody? Absolutely. God has some things in store for you, but you have to plant them seeds. Look, Lord, get out there and just throw seeds. Like, how much you gonna charge me? Don't worry about it. That's the seed. You could come out and help me with this. Yeah. How much you gonna charge? I'm gonna sow a seed. I'm planting right now. I'm in the season of planting. Come on, plant. Right? So that's prophetic word for somebody. Catch it. I'm telling you, God is getting ready to He's going to show an increase and a return. Come on. It's an increase and a return. Hallelujah, hallelujah. An increase and a return. All you got to do is sow your seed, right?
Yep.
When this whole pandemic is gone, because it's leaving, you know what's going to happen? All that's going to come up out the ground. Everything you sold in what they say in the midnight hour, in your dark, during the darkness. Come on. During the shutdown, everything that you saw, guess what's going? It's gonna go.
Yep.
Listen, and you're gonna be sitting there saying, man, look at this. The prophet said it was gonna happen. She said it's gonna happen. I'm telling y'all right now, I got my whole face just tingling. I'm telling you right now, everything you sowed into the ground right now. That's why when you said that was prophetic what you said. That would you rather? Investing is sowing. You got to understand. Investing is sowing. Investing is sowing into yourself. You got to know what investing is. Investing in yourself. Even when you invest in somebody else, they're still sowing into you.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because when you sow into other people, you open doors for yourself. When you sow into other people, right. Oh my God, you open doors for yourself. How much you sow into other people brings back 100-fold release in your life. When you sow into other people, it brings back 100-fold release. I always tell people, my husband gave out $7, God sent him $700 in the same day. So you have to understand God's process. If you don't understand God's process, then you will be by the wayside watching other people grow and step up and go higher. That's right. But if you want to be in that time of the overflow, guess what you got to do? You look, what they say, if my hands are like this, I can't receive. Right? If my hands like this, I can't receive. But if I open them up, I believe Tanya told me about that when he was on my show. But I'm trying to help us understand. We have been so I gotta keep this because I can't get this away. This is my last. People always want my last. But do you know that's how God show up? He show up to see if you're gonna give him what you got so he can give you what you need. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He show up to see if you're gonna give him what you got so he can give you what you need. By God.
That's true.
I help somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, after this right here, you ought to grow. You ought to grow just a little bit. You ought to not be so mad after this right here. You ought to not be so envious of people. You ought to not be so jealous. You ought to be able to clap your hands when somebody got to say they got a new house. Somebody got a new car. You ought to be able to clap your hands because you know with the season, it's a season coming where your overflow comes. And you're going to want somebody to shout and rejoice with you. Mm-hmm. Oh, my Lord.
It's true.
Oh, my Lord. Somebody needs to hear this. You need to hear, hey, so. And don't let people say, girl, what you give her that for? Don't let people taint your giving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't let them do it. Absolutely. Don't let them taint your giving.
Absolutely.
What you say, Glory?
I agree. I agree. You know, I learned too, like, when you're focused on what's in front of you and what you have, you can't see what's coming.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Because you're only focused on what you have. And
that's right.
You don't even have space enough to expand, your thinking to receive more because you're only thinking about what you have. So how can God give you the creativity to get more or allow you to sow? Your heart ain't even in the right place. You already have already planted a seed of selfishness in you by you trying to protect or you trying to hold on to what you have. In order for you to get more, you got to give more anyway.
Come on.
What you have don't even belong to you. It ain't even for you to have forever. You got to give it away because at some point you want something new. Every year I clean out my whole closet. I mean, like I get rid of so much stuff, good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just give it away because I know in certain seasons, I know when it's time for more. It's time for a new look, a new wardrobe. So I just give away a lot of things that I have in my closet that I don't have no use for. I can't wear it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just give away stuff. And I just feel like it's everybody should have a moment where they just clean out their closet.
Yeah.
Clean out your house. Go in there and get some of them old dishes that you ain't used in 5 or 6 years. You know, go give it away to somebody. Somebody who just now moving need dishes. Go bless these people with these dishes that you ain't even using no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much. People be, oh Lord, people love. What is it called? Hoarding.
Hoarder.
Man, you need to get rid of that stuff. That's a spirit. To me,
I
feel
like
that's a spirit. That is a spirit for you to hold on to something. Oh, I got that. Mom, somebody gave that to me. Okay, I'm pretty sure they ain't even thinking about what they gave you. It's been 6, 7 years and you still got that. Okay.
Don't get into it, Glory, because, baby, you know I'll jump in there. Because, see, I believe in deliverance. I believe that when something is revealed in your life, you need to, it's a process in deliverance. And you need to understand why you do the things that you do. Now that hoarding, like she's talking about, that comes from you being abandoned. So you figure, I'm not going to be abandoned anymore. So everything you get, you got to hold on to it. You got to hold on to it. Look, I'm one of them people. When I feel like I got too much, I start giving it away, throwing it away. I got to get rid of it, you know, because it's, oh my God. So you have to understand, get to the bottom of that. Let it go. And see, that's one of the biggest challenges for people. You know, oh, I don't want to lose this house, Jesus, this house. That's because you worship in the house, okay? You worshiping, oh, my car, oh, they hit my car, oh, Lord, they hit my car. You worshiping.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, Lord, you know. Look, you have to make space for the more. I'll say that. You have to make space for the more, right?
Yeah.
Look, the kids was laughing at me because I said I wanted a new dining room table. So I threw the dining room table out because it was no good. But you know how you just prop it up, you lean it just right. I said I want a new dining room table. Get that table out of here. Yeah. And Quaylen was looking at me like, what we gonna eat on? I say a table. And as soon as I threw that table out, God bless me with a whole dining room. I'm trying to help somebody today. My husband, he laughed because I wanted a new couch. The other couch, you know how the leather break all up, and it was hard on my walls and everything. I said, I need a new couch. Throw this couch out. Me and the girls taking this couch down the stairs, right? James get home, he say, baby, what we gonna sit on? I say a new couch, right? In 2 days, we had a whole living room set. See, you have to make space for what you see. Some of us, Lord, give me this. Lord, give me this. He said, well, where am I put it? You don't have no space. I'm going to give you a Lord, I want a husband. Lord, I need a husband. How am I going to give you a husband when you got 3, 4 boyfriends? How you ain't made no space? Come on. Some of us, you laugh. How God going to give you a husband? Can I help somebody? When you married to your son. When your son in the way. How he gonna give you a grown man when you won't get that son out the way? I'm talking about in relationship, right? Your son, oh my God, I don't know why God got me going here. Your son is not your boyfriend. Oh, I'm at the movies with my favorite person. You at the movies with your grown son. You out to eat with your grown son. Somebody mad right now, but it's okay. But how your husband gonna show you don't need your husband because you got your son. That is dysfunction. That is unhealthy.
That's dysfunction.
But you keep praying for a husband. You got one, your son. Now how crazy do that sound? Right? So now you got to put your relationship in its proper place. Oh, glory, I had to go there. Can I help somebody today? Your son is your son. He's not your companion. And sometimes mothers keep son as a companion because they're scared to really get in a relationship with a man.
Rejection.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
What you said earlier, rejection, abandonment issues. Abandonment, like if you want to hold on to, okay, I understand this is your child. We all know this your child. But at some point, this child needs to learn how to grow up and be responsible. If you
Come
keep,
on.
and it's a thing. I see this a lot. It is disgusting to see a grown man cling to his mama at 30, 40. It's some that's like 50 years old, still want they mama bread, banana pudding. Mama, can you, like, come on, man, like. And then the mama just so vulnerable, so broken that she feel like she got to do everything she can to keep this child. Like, you know what? Let's go there. Let's talk about these women, okay,
Come on.
who don't know how to get rid of they children so they can get more, so they can be
Oh.
loved the proper way, or you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about these women, you know what I'm saying, that keep their children around because they lonely or they desperate. Okay, it's time. Come on, let that stuff go.
Or what you say, Glory? Or what you say? Are they broken?
Broken.
But we don't want to address the brokenness.
No,
I'm gonna go there, Glory. We don't want to address the brokenness because we lived in our brokenness so long till it's comfortable. Oh my God, it's comfortable to be broken for some people. It's comfortable because if I can stay broken, then I can keep my son here. I can keep my kids catering. I can keep people giving me stuff. It's the payoff to every pattern, that unhealthy pattern. It's always a payoff. You know, why do you want to always be sad? Why you always want to be the one that's lonely and broken heart? Because you get a payoff from that. Right. You get a payoff. Oh my God, glory to win here today. You holding up, listen. Man. I know it sounds like it's a hard, it don't make sense. But you gotta make sure your children know their place. And you gotta know your place in your child's life. Right. A lot of mothers get into their children's marriages. You know, she come in, look, I had a, back in the day when I was 20-something years old, Jesus be a fit. I had a mother-in-law that'd come in and go in the refrigerator and look at my kids' clothes and he just sitting there watching TV. And she all through my house. I'm trying to help somebody. You got to know your place as a mother. You and the mother and the wife are not in the same position. I want to help somebody. That mother is the mama. She gonna always be the mama, okay? But mama needs to go home to her husband. Somebody bad. Mama needs to go home to her husband. If she ain't got one, that's not your child's fault, okay? Then that child needs to go home to his wife. You hear what I'm saying? She needs to go home to her husband, okay? Mm-hmm. And we need to understand the dynamic of what mama is, what position mama's in, and what position that the wife is in. Because a lot of times the mama want to come in and say all kinds of stuff. The wife come first. Oh my God. I just hurt somebody's feelings. Your mama don't come first in your marriage. Your wife come first. Oh my Lord Jesus. Be a fence all around me every day. I just hurt somebody's feelings. I just want to break the yoke of bondage off your life. When your mama say, come cut my grass, and your wife say, my grass ain't cut, you better cut your wife's grass before you go over there and cut your mama. But that's my mama. Well, go live with your mama. See, I'm one of them. Go live with her. Go ask your mama to do all the things I do. What? You heard what I said. Because I need you to know the difference in the relationship. Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ask my mama, okay, well, when you finish, I'm just saying, you gotta listen. A real woman don't want nobody's son. She want her husband. I'm trying to help somebody. She don't want somebody's little boy. She want a husband. She don't want somebody. Come on. Absolutely. She don't want that. My son called me one day, Mama, is it, you going to be all right if I say, are you in love with it? Okay, but then I'm happy for you. It's not my decision who my son married. Oh, I'm going to help you parents. Think it's your decision who your son married. I heard a woman of God stand up in the church and she say, yeah, I get all in my son's relationship because he got a call on his life and I ain't going to let no woman come in there and mess with the call on her. I say, you out of order. She said, why you say? I said, you out of order. I said, what God put together, let no man put asunder. You ain't got no business trying to choose his wife. Oh, she was hot. She was the first lady of the church. She had a strong, you know how they call them first. Listen, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Get out of his business.
Right.
I say, next thing you know, you're gonna be in the bedroom with him, telling him how to do it. Oh, that's just. I said, you heard what I said. Get out of his business.
Mm-hmm.
God put him to sleep so he could give him a wife. That's how he did with Adam and Eve. He put Adam to sleep, and made Eve from Adam. Yeah. So you can't tell your son who he's supposed to be with. You can't do that. Okay? Yeah. Just try to help somebody.
Absolutely.
Trying to help somebody. Get out your children's business and get out their relationship. That's why they always divorce. Whew. That's why they always breaking up. That's why they always got a new girl every time they come to your house.
Because you ain't like the last one. You ain't like the last one. So they need a new one. And then if you find something wrong with that one, he get another one.
Yeah.
Because he's so attached to the nipple, he don't know how to break away from your teachings and your training, even if it's dysfunctional and damaging to him.
But see, it's our responsibility as mothers, like an eagle. That's why I love eagles, right? Yes. That eagle pushed that baby out the nest.
Yes.
And that eagle don't go down there and say, let me help you fly. That eagle pushed that baby out the nest. Mm-hmm. If that baby can't make it and it's just about to fall and die, then that eagle swoop down and put them back in the nest and say they're not ready. Right? Right? But in the flight, the eagle don't get in the way. I'm trying to help us mothers. Help us mothers and wives. Okay? You cannot get in God's business. That's God's business. When it comes to a mate, that's God's business. That's not your business. Because when that man needs what he needs, that's none of your business. I'm just saying. Amen and hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, glory. We listen. We ain't got in trouble today, glory.
It needed to be said because this is just something that's a circle in our generation for real. It needs to be said. We got to grow up. We do. We have to grow up and heal and heal. You hear me? We need to heal from traumas, from what granny, grandpa, uncle. We need to heal from this stuff. For real. That's how we can flow and we can be able to receive. A lot of people ain't receiving something. You know what? There's a curse. A lot of people sow a lot of seeds and don't even reap from those seeds because they sow sparingly. They sow in anger. They sow in bitterness. They sow in hatred. They sow and want to be seen. Oh, if I give this, and this person over here looking, so let me make sure I give a lot. You sowing, all your seeds are being they fall straight to the ground. As a matter of fact, don't nothing even come up from them. You just sowed a rotten seed, and you looking for a return on seeds that you sowed out of wrong seeds, in the wrong season, and then the seeds that you sowed weren't even from your heart. Well, they was from your heart, but your heart wasn't right when you sowed it. So you looking for a return that ain't never coming because it's cursed. How you gonna get a blessing from a cursed seed? We gotta learn how to heal. If you walking around with unforgiveness, you ain't supposed to get no blessing. If you walking around holding grudges against people that did some 20 years ago to you, how can you expect for God to give you everything that your heart desires when your heart ain't even right to receive anything?
Oh my God!
A broken heart can't receive blessings. Because when you
get a broken heart can, but a broken heart can receive. A broken heart can receive brokenness. That's why you hear a lot of women say, "How did I end up with this man? How did I end up in this relationship?" Because you didn't take the time to heal. You won't let God heal it. You still trying to pick somebody out of your broken. You still trying to replace, or you still trying, what they call it, oh my God, what they call it when you break up with somebody, rebound. You still on the rebound.
Or
you still on the rebound.
You want revenge. So you gonna get somebody that you think the last person was better than, or you gonna get somebody that you think he may be better than your last one, and you using him and manipulating him because you're trying to get at your ex. The devil is a liar. Come on, we gotta get out of this. We do.
And you know, like you say, all of that, man, is out of our broken. All of that is out of pride too, because we don't want nobody to think that we couldn't keep a man. So there you are with another. Come on now. Come on now.
Ooh,
all right, man. We have gotten into it on this show, which I think this needs to go over into our next show next week. Or me and Glory, if I can catch up before Wednesday, we might just do a whole nother show sometime before Wednesday. You never know. Yeah. Just at a special time.
Mm-hmm.
But mama, get out of your son's business. Okay? Train up a child. Look, we're gonna do a show called My Mother-in-Law is All in My Business. We're gonna do that show. Then we're gonna do another show called Cheating in the Next Room. We're gonna do that show. Oh my God. We got some shows coming up, but Glory, go ahead and sign off for us.
Today was a good show. I'm glad y'all. If you watch this show today, I hope you just laugh and I hope you heal at the same time. But if you are a person that's going through this, or you know what I'm saying, you the victim, or however you on the other side of being the victim, find somebody to talk to. Don't hold that stuff in. Talk about it, express it, let it out, scream, yell, kick, fight, pull your hair, whatever. Don't hold that stuff in. I'll see y'all next week, 10 o'clock, Wednesday. Y'all have a good day.
All right. We love y'all. We have talked about so much on this show. I am so excited because I got some good topics. I just wanted to break the ice because I got some real topics we're going to be talking about on these shows because it's necessary. As women, we're going through a lot of things in our lives, in our bodies, in our minds. As we get older, we got younger women coming up, and we need to have the necessary conversations that will help them not get in relationships that would tear their lives apart. So, again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. God bless you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Peace.
Holding on, Jackies. You better believe I'm holding on, Queen Jackies. Holding on. You better believe